All right, if you just joined us, it's still Journalist Hangout. I'm still hanging out with Babajide Kolade Utitojo and Dotun. Well, my name is Benga. Let's move on to our next story. As a political party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, may be down, but not finished. To demonstrate this, the PDP has criticized the national leader of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, Rabiu Kwankwaso, for his recent assertion that the party is dead. In response, the PDP National Publicity Secretary, Debo Ologunagba, dismissed Kwankwaso's comments as those of a failed and inconsequential politician who has struggled to manage a party with control over just one state. Ologunagba also criticized Kwankwaso for disregarding the PDP's significant national presence, which includes 13 state governors, numerous members of the national and state assemblies, and a robust presence across the country's local government areas and wards. He also lamented Kwankwaso's perceived focus on his own presidential ambition amidst current hardship in the country, including soaring inflation, a plummeting Naira, and rising fuel prices. VKO, Rabiu Kwankwaso, saying that the PDP is dead, and he also said that that's one of the reasons why he and his members left. Is it right to hold such an opinion?
Maybe in Kano.
Oh.
Because if you go back to the governorship election in Kano in 2023, PDP was completely blown out of water, and they can't deny. If the producer can find the results of the governorship election as well as the presidential election in Kano State, and they can just paste it on the screen for us, you see that PDP had literally died in Kano. And they brought it upon themselves. They had a disagreement within the PDP. Kwankwaso had a candidate for a national elective position as within the party.
Okay.
Just rather than take that step, allow the candidate to allow a level playing field for Kwankwaso's candidate. They were all out to frustrate the candidate. And Kwankwaso felt that, look, these people, they've moved against me. I have no business remaining with them. So he left the party. And you saw what happened. See, the way people analyze politics is the main reason a lot of politicians make mistakes. In Kano, during the last election, actually Bola Ahmed Tinubu lost more states in northern Nigeria to Atiku. But he still scored higher votes than Atiku in that same northern Nigeria, thanks to Kano. Thanks to Kano. The head start that Atiku had by winning a lot of those northern states, Katsina, Kaduna, you know, and all of them. Even Kebbi and Sokoto. He won. I predicted I would win Kebbi and Sokoto, and he won both states. Despite that they were under APC, they had APC governors. Yeah. I predicted here that Ashwaju would lose those two states. Some of my friends were saying, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Let's wait." He lost those two states to Atiku. The videos are there on YouTube. But the gap that he thought he had, it was in Kano that those gaps were wiped away because PDP literally didn't come to the party in Kano.
Because of the
non-existent. No, because Kwankwaso had left them. And they didn't have a strong figure who could actually pose any threat. So the gap that Atiku had in those states, because Tinubu led him by, I think, the region of 400,000 or so in Kano. They do get the result for Kano.
Yeah, over 440,000 votes.
That Tinubu, the gap that he gave him. You see, that's the point that I'm making. That gap was what Asiwaju used to wipe out Atiku's edge. The gap that he had built in other states. Okay. Bauchi, all of those places. And at the end of the day, Asiwaju then scored more votes than him. You look at the Northwest. How many states did Asiwaju win in the Northwest? He won Jigawa. He won Zamfara. Out of those 7 states, he won 2. Yet, he still had more votes than Atiku. When it comes to elections, Kano is a state like no other in our country.
They say the KKK states.
All those states don't even come near Kano. Let anybody know. The vote of a vote of a senator in Kano, to be Kano Central, is usually higher than the votes of an entire state. When a senator scores more than 400,000 votes in Kano, how many states do you see a winner scoring in excess of 400,000? Governor, some 200 and something thousand, 300, and a senator from Kano. You see Kano returning more than 1 million votes, the winner. Somebody comes close, also scoring more than 500,000. So this is the thing. They lost Kano because of their quarrel with Kwankwaso. I don't know about tomorrow, but Kwankwaso rules Kano. You may not like him as an individual. He has all kinds of excesses that naturally some of us may not sit well with some of us, but he rules Kano politics for now.
All right.
So if the PDP people will tell themselves the truth, if they are thinking of building alliances, people like Kwankwaso are the people that they can work with for 2027. Because for now, he's still respected, he's still strong in this state.
He still holds our influence.
Yes. So if they can do that, that's guaranteeing them more than 1 million votes. I'm telling you.
Okay.
So abusing him and saying that he has only one state and all that. It's
Dr. Kwankwaso says he will win the 2027 elections. How do you think the influence he has in the NNPP, the Kano State, how do you think this will influence the political terrain leading up to the 2027 presidential election?
You know, that is a mirage.
It's just mere boast.
Yeah, the man is, it is the way of politicians. Let's put it that way. But the shocking thing for me in this PDP statement is the fact that just about a week earlier, their Deputy National Publicity Secretary, the man who is Ologunagba's assistant, has said they are trying to ensure that all opposition candidates work together.
Talking about an alliance.
An alliance for the 2027 election. I'm not saying what Kwankwaso said is right, but the party should not have reacted that way, if indeed it is serious about regaining power.
So you're saying that the statements, the
rebuttal
was not
totally out of place. What they ought to have done was to further massage Sego. That one state, like BQ said, owes a lot. If
that is,
they all decide,
one state is like 4 states.
Exactly. If they all decide to come out, we are talking of over 5 million votes.
Okay, let's look at PDP.
So it's wrong.
Let's look at PDP as an opposition. What is your assessment of the PDP as an opposition in the Nigerian political landscape presently?
Usually what happens after an election is lost and won is that the opposition loses steam.
They lose steam.
That's what happened in Nigeria. Have we not seen the massive movement into APC after the election? So if you are going to do anything tangible as an opposition, what you should do is to rebuild your home. Kwankwaso will not be 100% right that PDP is dead, but it's losing steam. Even their own sitting governors are saying so. Seyi Makinde in Oyo State said so. And if you are thinking of a voice in the PDP, Seyi Makinde has won. So if your governors are telling you that we need to rebuild this party,
a member of their BOT was endorsing the governor of a rival state.
Going out.
Member of BOT endorsing Governor Oti. The man who defeated their own candidate.
For the 2022.
You're already endorsing him, whereas your party is likely to field a candidate for that same.
It will even field. It's not likely.
Yes, you definitely field.
For 2020.
That means even they too are giving up. You're giving up that, okay, Oti can continue, and you have.
Because the party in that state.
They will definitely field the candidates.
The party in the state is not even together, which is what is happening at the national level.
Still talking about PDP as an opposition. Was the PDP ever prepared for the role as an opposition?
No, because they felt they will rule forever. They
60
used to boast
years.
that they will be in power for 50 years. So they were not prepared, and they are not skilled at it. You know, they were out of power for 8 years. But they didn't really do much. They didn't offer much. They didn't offer much. And the infighting between them is not helping matters. Today, we don't know what's going on. They'll set up a disciplinary committee, whether they will chase some people away or bring some people back. And some of their men are also in bed with rival parties. Because what that BOT member said is like being in bed with the Labour Party. If you can say that.
It is not really like.
And there are some of them. There are some of them too who are in bed with the ruling APC. They are just PDP in daytime.
I think another
they are APC at night time. So one person, double-faced individual, you belong to two different parties. That's the thing. It's always been like that. So I don't know, for them to bounce back, to defeat the APC, for example, the opposition must come together.
Yeah.
If they don't come together, they can't defeat the APC.
So you're talking about the alliance. The call for an alliance is
yes. We've seen parties come together in some countries to defeat the ruling party. You know, if you are really anxious, you want to come back to party, then you work with others, work with opposition, let them realize that you stand a greater chance of winning if they work with you. In the lower contests, they can go their separate ways. But you can say, okay, for the presidential election, let's work together.
Is it too early to start talking alliance? No,
it's not too early. This is the time. Many of the people who contest for governorship election for 2027, we know them already.
Yeah.
Some are even declaring. I know someone now who said he's going to contest in Imo State.
Yeah.
That he will not allow Hope Uzodinma to bring his own person, that he must defeat, that he must be next governor of Imo State. I'm already talking about it. And that election is still further far away.
Exactly. 3 years.
It's not going to happen the same time with. It's not going to happen the same time with this this set of governors. You know, so it's not too late. You start talking the methods that you are going to use, the tactics. You start fine tuning those methods, just generally honing up your skills. Okay. Ensure that you are ready. Or fighting one another, calling each other names. Kwankwaso too can get up and abuse the PDP now. But one thing is, no matter what you say about him, he left your party and you paid heavily. You paid a heavy price in Kano.
Heavy price.
You know? They will never know because a lot of them don't analyze politics the way some of us look at it.
All right.
Look at that gap again. Go back and look at that gap.
Over 400,000.
It's even easy for them to draw lessons from the formation of APC. It's easy for them to draw lessons from the emergence of Muhammadu Buhari.
Yes.
It's easy because there are some people who
parties came together.
You know, this discussion has been going on.
No, so let me just cut you there because of our time. Let's move straight to our fourth story.